My name's Anki. I am 27. I started in banking, thought I was gonna be an investment banker for a while, and then worked at 2 startups after that before I was like, no, none of this is working out for me. I wanted to be a designer for a while. GA felt like the right opportunity at the right time. And then I found myself here. I took the UXDI course, the User Experience Design Immersive. It was great. I think I sent in an application or like an inquiry, and then I just remember my admissions officer, her name was Sky, and she was amazing. Constantly followed up with me during the process, answered all the questions that I had. She was like, yeah, like you have the knack for this. This is probably like a good idea for you. So yeah, hand held me through the entire thing, onboarding, all of it. All the pre-work too, and so I had a great experience, and I owe it to her for sure for that. I knew it was going to be challenging walking into it. It's like a career pivot, you're learning something new, you're a novice at something, but having people around you who are also going through the same thing, seeing how many different walks of life that people were coming from, it just made me feel like, oh, like I'm not the only one who's just like making a career pivot, or I'm not the only one who's figuring it out. It's just like, okay, like we're all kind of in it together. So it was definitely the people, it was definitely the classmates that I had, and just the diversity, the variety of people. Like I just felt like I learned so much from my classmates, so that was really amazing. And then I really liked my instructor too, and the IA team. I had really great IAs. I had really great instructor. I remember it very fondly. If I could do it again, I would have done this pivot around like a year, kind of when I thought about it. It's something I knew that I wanted to do, and I think the advice that I would really give is like, what's your why? Why do you want to do this? And what are some skills that you think you can bring, to the table? And when I say that, I mean UX is so much about your experiences, and so that's something I think I learned through this process, was that before I did the pivot, I was like, oh, like I'm not gonna have anything to be able to like talk about, like I'm starting my career from scratch, like I'm just gonna be like a noob like this whole time, basically. It didn't occur to me that like so much of what I had done already lends itself well to UX. And so I think kind of thinking about those past experiences and trying to nail down like when you really were practicing UX without really knowing you were practicing UX. I'm working for a pre-seed startup right now. We're working on a product that is going to soft launch later this month. But to give a little bit of a sneak peek, it's basically where DoorDash meets clothing. So local boutique, high-end fashion kind of in the city, being delivered to your doorstep, basically. I don't know if I would be in the position I am today, or even have had the opportunity to do what I'm doing right now, if I didn't do the GA Immersive. The way that my cohort was structured is we had 5 different projects, so we came out with a lot of work in a little different capacity, because when you're in a classroom environment, it's a little different than when you're out in the world. But with that said, it gave a lot of repetition and access to continually exercising those muscles. So yeah, I'm like really thankful that I put myself through the immersive. Yeah.